I want to talk about the mirror effect. So, one, this is a very powerful realization as we sort of parent and we think, this is what I want my kid to be. This is how I want my child to be, whether they are young or teenagers or older. I want them to talk to me like this. I want them to talk to others like this. And it's amazing that they're actually little mirrors, and so is everyone else, actually. But with kids, we can see it very clearly and every day and reflected right back at us. They're just reflecting exactly what we do, right? In many, many ways. So if you want them to be kind, it's not about telling them, look, you have to be kind, or telling them stories of how you have to be kind. The biggest impact that it will have is when you can embody that same quality, right? So if you are kind, and if they see you display kindness in different situations, including to ourselves, sometimes when you mess up, if you're kind to yourself, that's what they're going to catch on. Like Puneet was saying, the voice in their head is our voice. So if we've been like, how can you do this, even to ourselves, and that's what they'll do to themselves as well. So this mirror effect is something very powerful and something that we should keep aligning to, because I think as parents we spend a lot of time trying to think about, okay, how do I make sure I pass on the right values, I pass on the right messages, I give the right equip them well. I think the best thing we can do is literally live our life in that way, right? To embody the qualities and the values that are dear to you and what you feel that they should have. And all you need to do is have it yourself and keep aligning to it yourself. And this includes being authentic, being real, because like Vivek was saying, and Puneet, we are humans, we have our own flaws. There's no way that after this session all of us will be like amazing conscious parents who don't make any mistakes. We will surely make mistakes. And like Vivek, you were saying, that's my go-to mantra is begin again, right? Like just start again. Like you'll of course goof up every day, just start again and reorient to something good. And so this is a worthy ideal, that's all it is. So we align ourselves to that and we sort of keep going. So it's about being open, present, and aligned, right? Aligned to the right thing. And so if we say kindness, if we say all of that, we just keep aligning. So there's this story of this kid who was watching his father fix a leaking pipe. And the father was muttering under his breath, cursing, and he's making, all kinds of angry expressions. And the kid is just observing and watching. And later in the day, he's playing with his toys and he's literally doing the same things there, right? In his game, he's mimicking all the expressions, everything. So it's amazing. And younger kids, we see this very clearly how they kind of immediately catch on. I mean, that's how they learn through everything from speaking to everything, right? So it's so powerful to sort of keep that in mind, to say, okay, I just have to worry about what I'm doing, not at all about and even when we talk about teenagers and like Puneet was saying, being rude, etc., and they may be going through their different growth phases, but can you hold on to what you believe is right? Can you hold on to that? Can you still be kind? Can you still approach them with that pause? And you're going to they're going to pick that up, right? They're going to pick that up and take that ahead with them instead of reacting ourselves. And if we fail, we say we're sorry and we're humans, we goofed up and start again. So I find that very powerful to remember. And in fact, I use this not just in parenting, but in every relationship, that every person we meet is just a mirror. They're just mirroring back what is in you. And so that's crazy good to remember, because you stop blaming, you stop expecting someone else to change, and the full responsibility is with us. Um, so that's one. And I saw this very recently with my niece when she's just 2 years old, and she had come from India to the US. And in the US, there's a lot of, you go to a grocery store, you go to a coffee shop, everyone's saying thank you, thank you. And it's so, within a month of being here, it was amazing. None of us said anything. And she picked that up so quickly, the please and thank you. And she started doing that to all of us with her toys and everything. She started to do that. And it was so amazing to watch. I was like, wow, she picked that up so quickly. Maybe even more quickly than I did after I came here, because I would miss saying thank you, because that's not what usually we do in India. We're just going about our lives, but here they're very like, they can make a face at you if you don't say thank you, because it's so in the culture of like just be thankful, be polite, or be courteous, or whatever it is. So somehow she picked that on so quickly. So something so small, right? But can have a big impact as she sort of grows up. So yeah, just that mirror effect is super strong, and just something to keep in mind whenever we think I want to change you. You can say, okay, why am I not? How can I embody this better, right? So that's the first topic.